So we're going to talk quickly about the cost of purchasing a home here in Halifax. We're going to base this on the average purchase price in all of HRM, which is hovering in around the $560,000. So 5% on your first $500,000, that is $25,000, and 10% on the remaining $60,000, which is $6,000, bringing your down payment total to $31,000. So recap, 5% for your first $500,000, between $5 and $1 million, you're paying 10%. And anything over $1 million, you're gonna be paying 20% for your down payment. The next one is your deposit. So once you get an accepted offer on a property, you're gonna be required to put down a deposit. At this price point, you're gonna be looking in around the $10,000 mark. And this is not carved in stone. You can put anything you want, but in this price point, the higher the price point, the higher the deposit, which shows a little bit of strength in terms of your buying power. And this gets held in trust by the selling brokerage and gets applied to your closing costs. So your inspections are next. A standard home inspection is going to run you around $450 to $500. If you choose to do a radon gas test, it's another $250. Municipal sewer line, I do recommend you do a sewer line scope. That's around $250. If you are on a septic system, that's in around $350 to $400. Water, you're going to get your water testing if it's on a well, and if it's on a drilled well, you'll also be doing a flow test, and this is in around the $350 to $400 as well. So to recap, if you're purchasing a home on city services, you're looking anywhere between $500 and $1,000. If it's on well and septic, you're in around the $1,200 to $1,800, and all this will depend on which inspector you use. So the next one would be your D-transfer tax. Your D-transfer tax is 1.5% of the purchase price. So when a purchase price of $560,000, you're looking at around $8,400 for your D-transfer tax, and this gets paid on closing. So something very important to consider is if you're purchasing a home from out of province, the rules here in Nova Scotia in regards to D-transfer taxes has changed. Really important you consult with your agent and your lawyer to see if you're subject to a higher D-transfer tax before you move forward. So the next one is legal fees and closing adjustments. Now, obviously you need a lawyer to close the transaction for you, but they're also going to be handling the closing adjustments on your behalf. So adjustments get calculated down to the day. So if you're purchasing a home that uses oil or propane, sellers are going to fill those tanks and you're going to reimburse the seller the cost of the full tank on closing. So the same goes true in terms of taxes. So if the sellers prepaid their taxes up to 4, 5, 6 months, whatever the case may be, you're going to be reimbursing the seller on that amount on closing. So obviously there are variables that can change this number, but if you budget in between the $2,000 and $2,500 for legal fees and adjustments, you should be good. So in summary, if you're purchasing a home here in Halifax for in around the $560,000 mark, you're looking at around the $43,000 for your closing costs. So there you have it. Hopefully you got some value from this video. I'd love to hear from you. If you have a question or a comment, leave it down below. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.